So one of the simplest proteins I make is chicken thighs, and I have a foolproof recipe that just tastes really good and really just is simple ingredients. I do like chicken thighs. I actually love fat on meat. I feel that's something that is lacking in most people's diets. People feel fat creates fat, and that's definitely not the case. It's more than likely sugar and carbs, and eating too often is the culprit. So I do have some clean chicken thighs, and all I'm gonna do is rub some olive oil on it and put some Danos on it. I have my oven set for a low temperature of 350, so these little nuggets are gonna be ready in an hour and a half. So let's get into prepping. I have them on a bake-safe dish. I'm just gonna sprinkle a load of Danos and be real, just kind of get under the skin, get all of that seasoning on. I don't need any other seasoning other than this. There's no need for pepper or salt or anything, as a matter of fact. I did get the lightly spicy one. I don't think it's overwhelmingly spicy, so some people have maybe a more delicate palate. I would just kind of suggest going a little less on it, maybe not as much of the seasoning. I got my olive oil, and I'm gonna just drizzle that on top and smear it in. Super simple. Turn it around. And voila, it's ready to go. You could sprinkle some more on top of the oil if you really want to. I'm actually going to on some of the portions. I do have kiddos that I'm feeding, and they might be a little sensitive to the spice. But check it out once it's done. So this right here is the chicken we put in for an hour and a half, and the crust is absolutely so crispy, and this is such a delicious meal. Enjoy. One of my favorite sides and a really yummy snack is cucumbers, kind of sesame style. So what I like to do is I keep the skin on the cucumber. I'm going to cut off the ends, and the way I'm going to cut it is kind of interesting. What I'm going to do is kind of cut in halfway in slices, so I'm not really going all the way in. Ideally, I might mess up sometimes. So I cut. So once I cut it all the way, I'm going to flip it around and cut it again halfway. The end result is like a fanning in the cucumber. So you could cut it in smaller pieces if you'd like, but this is kind of a nice presentation too if you have, so it gets kind of the marinade that we're going to put in there, in there pretty good. So I am going to put it into smaller pieces into a bowl. I love how that is, and it makes it such a fun crunch. So the marinade requires sesame seed oil, and I do like the toasted one. So 2 parts that, so it could be 2 tablespoons, 4 tablespoons. I like a lot of the marinades, so I'm going to make 4 tablespoons of sesame seed oil. Now, since I did 4, it would be half of what I do, so 2 of rice vinegar. All right, so 2 spoons of that, and 2 likewise tablespoons of soy sauce. I personally have tamari So similar. So 2 of that. And likewise garlic and sesame seeds. So I'm going to put a lot of the sesame seeds in there. And then I'm going to mince the garlic on my own. I use a lot more than most people, but I do like garlic flavor. So let me go ahead and mince that. Mince the garlic in there, and I'm just going to give it a little stir. And put it directly over the cucumbers. And likewise, and kind of swirl them around. You can refrigerate this overnight, but absolutely delicious. Other things that I've added to it is sliced onion. I know you're thinking onion. Yeah, it tastes really good in this marinade. What I used was a sweet onion, like a Vidalia, green pepper likewise. So amazing in this marinade. It is keto and it tastes so good. It's such a good snack. Promise you try it, you will be addicted. I've already washed my turmeric and ginger. This is the turmeric and ginger. I actually soaked it initially in baking soda and water. And I'm gonna just cut off kind of the ends that are not looking too groovy. They're a little softer or they look a little darker. And I'm gonna juice all this. So I'm gonna show you all the stuff that I put into it. And it's obviously not something you're gonna chug down in a sense where it's a lot of liquid. This would be more of like a shot serving. Once I actually juice it, I store it in a glass container and just take shots of it daily. I also like mixing it with some kombucha and kind of diluting it a little bit in a larger drink. I make these for my friends and they absolutely love it and have noticed the difference. So I have the ginger cut up. I'm just gonna kind of get I didn't have oranges, so I'm using the tiny mandarins. Either way, this is more for like the citrus. And I wanted to mention ginger has a look, and turmeric as well, like it kind of looks like a vein system. And the immune system is pretty much your blood cells, and that looks similar. So this is why I choose turmeric and ginger, which either way are both known for their immune benefits. So I have the ginger ready. I'm gonna go ahead and just juice the oranges. They don't go well. I lose a lot of juice putting it through the juicer. So I'm gonna just kind of get all those done. I did get quite a bit of juice from this, from just those few tangerines and lemon. So ideally strain it just to get a lot of the pulp out. And let's move on juicing the turmeric. So I got my juicer on and I'm gonna juice this ginger and turmeric. I'm gonna kind of give you just a quick, I'm gonna go through it really quick. I use a masticator type of juicer, and so far I just put a little bit of ginger in, and that's how much juice it kind of came up with. And I'm gonna pop in the turmeric, and that's gonna come out so red. Now, trick with turmeric is that pepper needs to be added for optimum absorption. All right, so you see the red color coming out. It's kind of orangey red. You have the finished product of the ginger and turmeric, and I'm going to add in some pepper to it, along with the orange juice that I earlier squeezed, and that gave me a pretty nice full glass of this. Although, so I would take this in small shot-like portions. It does have a little burn, but honestly, you feel so great after having a little shot. So to your health, cheers. Thanks for watching my little cooking and drink special. Hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to subscribe. Until next time, bye-bye.